What is going on, guys? Welcome to episode number 44 of our Cincinnati Reds franchise. We are squaring off against the Dodgers in the NLCS. We got the lefty matchup here. Dallas Keuchel against Clayton Kershaw. And there is your postseason bracket. So those of you guys that are kind of following along with this and are in on the contest to be one of my offseason advisors, you might want to pay attention to this one, right? How are you guys doing? I've got the standings below in the description and in a pinned comment for you guys to check out. I actually have not totaled them up as of right now when I'm recording this, but obviously in the video you guys will see the updated standings. So how are you doing in your picks? Are you still alive? Can you still make some noise here in the World Series playoff bracket? So you guys can see on the left side in the AL, you got the Houston Astros against the LA Angels, so an American League West showdown, and then we've got the Dodgers and the Reds. So kind of an interesting group of teams here, wouldn't you say? I mean, Cleveland just can't seem to get it done in the postseason play. Houston ended up beating them 3-1. LA beat Boston 3-1. I guess making it into the wild card game really helped them. I would have liked to see the Blue Jays though pull this one off. But LA has got a really good team, and I just want to show you guys just real quick what the Angels look like this season. They're pretty dang good. They got Garrett Richards, Ohtani, Haney, Tropiano, Skaggs. So it's pretty much like the usual suspects here, but they got Tanner Roark actually on the playoff roster. I don't know what happened with Tyler Skaggs. It wasn't like he was pitching terribly, was it? No, I mean, he wasn't pitching bad, but I guess maybe Tanner Roark was just a little bit better. Yeah, he was. He was a little bit better. I think they just like, him being a right-hander. I can't explain it really because you got one left-handed starter here with Andrew Haney. I probably would have picked Skaggs if it were up to me, but it's obviously not up to me. But we've got Andrew Miller, Blake Parker, Kevin Quackenbush, and Cody Allen and Cam Bedrosian. So this team is pretty good, guys. Wieters, Abreu, Fletcher, Cozart, Simmons, Upton, Duvall. Let's check out Adam Duvall here. So he kind of turned his batting average around ever since he got traded. 236, then 251 in this lineup. I guess it makes sense, guys, right? Probably only played in 124 games, so he was definitely playing. I think he was probably DHing for this team, which is what I kind of thought that they needed, really. I mean, he was a good player to have on their team. 22 home runs, 69 RBIs. He's obviously a very good pro. I think we got some good value, some young guys for him. So are we gonna actually have to square off against the Angels in the World Series if we get there? That's gonna be huge, right? Adam Duvall versus the Cincinnati Reds, his former team. But take a look at Justin Upton, 42-49. This guy, man, oh man, oh man. What happened? What happened here? Just totally turned it on after being from Detroit. Just totally turned it on here for the Angels. But if we continue on, we got Mike Trout, AJ Pollock. So obviously this team can hit. 342 batting average for Mike Trout, 43 home runs. Oh, good God. 130 RBIs. 27 years old. Going to be in the 300 club before he's 30. That's insane to me. But yeah, I just wanted to check out the Angels real quick. You guys will know that the Houston Astros, I don't really need to show them. They haven't really changed. So they still have their core group of guys. And obviously we're going to be talking about the Dodgers here in just a moment. So guys, let's get right into this gameplay against Clayton Kershaw and the Los Angeles Dodgers in LA. Let's actually see what we got here. So we do have Keuchel going on the mound. And against the left-hander, I really wish that I would have had Taylor Trammell. Obviously, because he's got a better contact rating than Billy Hamilton. But honestly, against this really, really good hitting Dodgers squad, I mean, look at that. You can barely see it with the ready sign, but Chris Taylor, Turner, Seager, Bellinger, Puig, Peterson, Grandal, it doesn't end. There's literally no let up there. So you need Dallas Keuchel to have some good defenders back there, and I feel like Billy Hamilton, you can't take him out of the lineup if you don't have another viable option to play center field. Obviously, you can plug Jose Peraza in there, but again, he kind of lost his starting gig like that. So I'm actually going to bump Nick Senzel up there for Winker. Winker needs to be the leadoff guy. And I know, kind of funky here, being Winker the lefty going up against the lefty, but you got to split these left-handers up a little bit more. So I kind of like this. I kind of like Billy there in 8. So let's go with that, guys. NLCS gameplay starting now.
The postseason atmosphere is electric as we welcome you to Game 1 of the League Championship Series on MLB Network. It's Game 1 of the National League Championship Series between the Cincinnati Reds and the Los Angeles Dodgers.
All right, guys, the first appearance for the Reds in the National League Championship Series since 1990. Why is that date significant? Why is that year important? Well, that's the last time that the Reds won the World Series, was in 1990 with Lou Piniella managing it. So we got a tough test. We're in LA for 2 games. We get 3 games in Cincinnati, and then we have to head back to LA to finish off the series if there's a Game 6 or a Game 7. So our backs are up against the wall here. If we can at least take 1 here in LA, we can go back to Cincinnati, get a 3-game sweep right there at home, and go to the World Series. Tough task, but it is doable. We just have to be able to get on top of Clayton Kershaw and this pitching staff early. This team is stacked every which way that you look at it. So it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. But here's Jesse Winker leading us off here with a single going the opposite way, allowing that ball to travel. Here's a long drive by Nick Senzel, but it's going to be just foul. 0-1 count. He was swinging all the way, and here is a base hit. No. Yasiel Puig dives for it, makes the catch. That's the Yasiel Puig that we all know and love if you guys are fans of baseball. Love watching him out there in right field. So Joey Votto comes up and is going to ground out into a double play around the horn from Turner to LeCastro back to first base at Bellinger. So the inning is over. Here's Dallas Keuchel on the mound, giving us a good start the last time that he was pitching in the NLDS. Got him going here Game 1. He actually went Game 2 against the Nationals because, you know, he needed another week, right, until he was fully healthy. So that's why we're going with him this time around. So strikeout here on Corey Seager. So the inning is over. So good job by Keuchel to match Kershaw pitch for pitch there and able to get out of the first inning with no harm done. Here's LeCastro camping under a little weak fly ball right there. So Suarez is out. Here's Jeanette with 23 pitches faced against Kershaw, and he's going to swing and a miss at a slider high and outside, so just could not catch up to it. So let's jump to the second inning here, and Cody Bellinger going to send a long drive out there to right center field for a big time shot, 446 feet. And the Dodgers are up 1-0 early on in this game. Here's Jock Peterson in this same inning. After an out is recorded, we get another solo home run by Jock Peterson. It's now 2-0 LA Dodgers. So we're kind of in some trouble. Here because you don't want to be giving up all these little cheapo home runs to this Dodger team. I mean, at least nobody's on base, right? You got to make them earn it to get a solo home run. But going up against Clayton Kershaw, you know, 2 runs might be too many. That might be the problem. But runner here on first base, and Barnhart going to swing and a miss. Going to be checking his swing there and a miss. He's going to get called out by the first base umpire call. Here's Jock Peterson in the next inning. He's going to strike out. Actually, this is the bottom of the 5th, excuse me. So we're going to jump ahead. And we've got Keuchel kind of settling in here. So he's gone 3 more innings, pitching pretty good. And we've got Grandal who's going to swing and a miss. We've got LeCastro who's going to swing and a miss. And then now we're in the top of the 6th inning with Dallas Keuchel at bat. You know how he can rake, but he's not going to get a hit here. He's only going to get on base by getting hit by his counterpart. So, and it hit him on the elbow too, which is obviously not cool, Clayton. So hopefully we can try to get him back with some runs here. Don't be hitting our pitchers here. So a little bad blood going on between Keuchel and Clayton Kershaw. I know that those two squared off in some playoff matchups here between the Astros and the Dodgers last season. So not last season for the series, but last season in real life when the Astros won the World Series. But we don't get anything going on offense. Let's go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Senzel makes a nice play here on Seager. So we get the first out. That's good. And 69 pitches in, and Bellinger's going to swing and a miss. So that's his second strikeout on the game. And then we've got Yasiel Puig grounding out to Eugenio Suarez, who's going to make a nice throw to Votto. So yet again, guys, Keuchel pitching pretty good here after those 2 home runs. Here's Scooter Gennett, top of the 8th. First pitch swinging. He almost hit it out of the ballpark. That would have been huge for us. Would have been 2-1 at that point. But he's going to get in there with a double. He's just not fast enough to make that into a triple. If it was Billy, that's a triple all the way. Here's Tucker Barnhart, going to get a little looper, going to land right in front of Puig. Runners now on first and second with nobody down on the inning. 74 pitches in for Kershaw, so he's still very, very efficient. And we're going to actually decide to put a bunt down, and this sets up runners on the corners. So really all I was trying to do here was, Billy Hamilton's not going to be a good matchup to get a base hit against Clayton Kershaw. Just not going to happen, right? If you move the runners over rather than force a double play, and at the very least, you guys see what he did right there is get on and he can steal a base. But look at this. Charlie Culberson pinch hits and going to get an RBI single, but Hamilton, with as fast as he is going to push it, and he's going to get thrown out by Jock Peterson. I'm not sure why Culberson is celebrating there. It did the job, but we would have liked to get 2 there if Billy Hamilton wasn't stupid. He should have held up. I know I got enticed by his speed a little bit too well, and made the decision to send him. So I probably shouldn't have, because this would have gotten the run in. It would have been a tie ball game at that point. So because there would have been 1 down, and we would have gotten that sacrifice fly. So obviously with Culberson pinch hitting for Keuchel, his day is done. We're putting Jose Leclerc in because the CPU, for whatever reason, just cannot handle guys that are above 96. So Leclerc is a good option for us in the bottom of the 8th. Kenley Jansen going to get the call here for the Dodgers, trying to shut us down. We get Senzel, we get Votto, and we get Suarez for 3-4-5. Here's a nice swing by Senzel, but just not enough barrel on that baseball in order to square it up to get a more of a line drive trajectory. But here's Clayton Kershaw's numbers: 7 2/3, 4 strikeouts. So he wasn't particularly dominant per se, but he got us out. He got us off balance a little bit, got us with some weak contact, and just didn't get it done. So here's Votto sending a fly ball way out there to Puig, and he's going to get under it to make a catch. And here's Schebler grounding out on a low and outside pitch. Rolls over, gets it to Bellinger, and the Dodgers are going to take game number 1, as if you guys didn't expect anything different, right? I mean, it's Clayton Kershaw, right? Most dominant pitcher in baseball. So it's going to be a tough game for our Reds to win this game. But, we fought. We fought valiantly, and we fought with a lot of purpose. Look at that. Look at how Keuchel pitched. Only allowed 2 hits, and both of those hits were the 2 runs. So I would say that he was dominant in that game against this Dodgers offense, which is no easy task. And, at least we get tomorrow. So we get Julio Urias, the left-hander, another left-hander for the Dodgers. A young kid, definitely has a lot of potential, just hasn't put it all together at the major league level yet in real life. So maybe in 2019 is his year. We'll have to see. But you can see that his numbers weren't too bad in the playoffs, and the regular season I'm not sure where he was at, but obviously it's good enough to be their number 2 guy today against this Reds offense, who in the middle of the order had about 90 plus home runs between 3-4-5. So we don't get anything going there. We're just trying to feel him out a little bit. You guys can see the Dodgers lineup. Justin Turner yet again just doing his thing. He's an amazing player. Has really turned his career into something, coming from the New York Mets. He was a pretty good player out there, but more of a role guy early on in his career, and then all of a sudden really took it to the next level his last couple years with the Mets, and then obviously with the Dodgers he's been a superstar. So here's a ground ball by Justin Turner out to Scooter Gennett, makes an easy play. So we got 2 down here. Luis Castillo on the mound, pitched really well against Max Scherzer against the Nationals. So decided to push him back because I liked it. I guess it didn't really matter, right? But if you did Castillo against Kershaw, obviously that favors Kershaw. If you got Kuechel and Kershaw, that's a little more even, I guess you'd say. So we definitely want to give ourselves a chance here. So going to the top part of this inning here, we got 29 pitches against Urias, so this is going to be the top of the 3rd inning. Get a base hit here by Barnhart, another base hit by Hamilton. So now we got a little something brewing here with runners on 1st and 2nd with nobody down. Urias starting to struggle a little bit to find his strike zone here. Little bunting everybody over. So good job there by Castillo. 2nd and 3rd now sets up at least a base hit's going to get 2 runs in. And looks like Winker is going to send a fly ball out there to Peterson, and we're not going to test his arm. He proved that he's got a good one out there from yesterday's game. So now Nick Senzel comes up in a crucial situation, and he loves going the other way, guys. Can it get out? It's going to land at the base of the wall. 2 runs will score. Senzel comes into 2nd, so now we're up 2-0 here in the top of the 3rd inning. That's a clutch hit. That's a clutch hit because now we get 3, 4, 5 coming up if we can extend this inning out a little bit longer. But look at Chris Taylor cannot make the catch out there in center field. Puig has to go all the way to the warning track to corral this thing, and Senzel's going to score. It's going to be 3-0. Joey Votto probably could have rounded 3rd and headed for home because that throw was so offline for an inside the park homer, but he elects to stay there at 3rd base. Suarez comes up and sends a gap shot. Can this ball get out? It's not going to be able to. It lands also again at the base of the wall. It's going to be 4-0 now. So that's where it's going to stop, guys. The bleeding does stop for the Dodgers, but we get 4. And dare I say it, you guys see goose eggs across the box score. So we got a little something brewing here for Luis Castillo. Can it happen? I don't know. I'm not going to say it. Don't you say it at home either because you'll just jinx it. But we get Grandal striking out on a slider on the inside. Just jammed him, really. And then Urias going to send a fly ball out there. Easy fly ball to Winker. Let's jump here to the top of the 4th inning. We got Luis Castillo batting with 1 down. Runners on 2nd and 3rd base. So yet again, Urias is really struggling here. And look at this. Ground ball to Seager is going to make an off-balance throw over to 1st base to get Castillo. But look at Billy Hamilton again. We're trying to utilize that speed a little bit more than we probably should. We're kind of abusing it here. Thought he could score there. Given the fact that Seager had to run to his left and make that kind of throw, I didn't think he'd have enough mustard on it to get it to Bellinger in time by the time that Hamilton rounded 3rd. I thought he would have been safe. So it was just a really good defensive play. But it's going to be 5-0 here. And look at Winker. After Castillo pitched another flawless inning, and we get Winker shattering his bat, and Urias cannot corral it. So he's going to be done for the night. So his day is done. Well, his night is done. I just said day and night. What? Runner on 1st base. That's Winker, and it looks like Baez is going to come on out and get Senzel to fly out to center field. So good job there. 2 pitches, and you get the number 2 hitter. Here's Joey Votto now. Full count, and he's going to get a line drive right past LeCastro. Actually, that might be Solarte. That is Solarte. Yes, Yangervis Solarte is starting at 2nd, not LeCastro as was starting in last game. But check it out. Eugenio Suarez laying the boomstick, or should I say the boosh stick, for a 3-run shot. It's going to be 8-0. Nice. This is the kind of game that we needed, guys. After being shut down by Clayton Kershaw in the last game, it's good to see the bats are still alive and able to carry over from that National Series. In baseball, you never know how things or the next day is going to turn out. So when you're on some momentum, you're on a hot streak. You want to keep that going because otherwise you can get cold, and you can get cold really fast. So here's Jesse Winker sending a solo home run out there to right field corner for 395. It's just going to get tucked in around that pole there. And check it out. Yangervis Solarte, we just talked about him. He's going to get a fastball. It was a two-seam fastball inside that just got too much hard to the plate, and he's just able to stay back a little bit longer and shoot it to left field right over Suarez's outstretched glove. But he's going to get called out on a steal, and we got Castillo's out of the inning. So, yeah, he only got one hit against him right now, so that's nothing harmed, I guess. It's 9-0. We're going to win the game, but you would have really liked to see a perfect game or at least a no-hitter. But seeing that this game was over, I just decided to super sim it. And the Reds are going to get this W, guys. So, not as climactic, but, did you expect anything different? 9-0 game here in the playoffs. Highly doubt that the Dodgers are going to come back. So, Votto hit that solo home run in the top of the 9th inning. It is 10-0. So, we get the victory. Now we head home. So, we are now tied 1-1. And we've got Anthony Desclafani pitching here against Kenta Maeda. So, two really backward types of pitchers. They don't overpower you with their fastball. They like to use a lot of breaking balls and a lot of off-speed type of stuff to try to get you out in front. And so it's going to be a pretty interesting matchup, to say the least. Desclafani did not start a single game or have an appearance, all Nationals, NLDS appearance, any of those games. So he just did not get in. We elected to go with Kuechel, Castillo, and Tyler Mahle to shut down the Nationals in the third game. And so he might be a little bit rusty. Here as both out and single. So two batters are going to make contact. And then we got Corey Seager going to send a home run out there to right center field. So we've got a 2-run shot in the top of the first. 404 feet for Seager. It's going to be 2-0 Dodgers. And this is a problem here. This is a problem because now I'm starting to think that maybe Disco just doesn't have it. After being off of a week. Maybe we should have been with Tyler Mahle, but being as young as he is, it probably didn't make a lot of sense. And here's a misplayed ball. For whatever reason, the dive button wasn't activating. So Schebler got caught in between. He didn't know if he was going to dive or if he was just going to stay up there and try to get it off the hop. But Puig is going to get an RBI double. Here is Jock Peterson. Nice play there by Suarez. Great play, actually. Off that one hopper to his left. Really quick snag right there possibly to save a run, as Winker doesn't have the greatest arm out there in left field. But here's Yangervis Solarte going to fly out to left field. So at least we kind of get out of the inning there. Some things started happening that we weren't getting very comfortable with. It was hit after hit after hit, extra base after extra base. So 3-0, and we get Winker's going to get hit by a pitch, and Senzel going to pop out. So pretty weak right now. 7 pitches in is Kenta Maeda. Here comes the fastball to Votto. He's going to drive it all the way out there to center field, but not enough, as Chris Taylor camps under it and collects the out. So we've still got Winker at first, and here's Suarez, who's been on a tear in this playoffs, and he's not going to get enough on this hit either. So let's shoot to the top of the fourth here. Look at Senzel taking it himself, and strong throw right there. This is why this guy's got to play shortstop for the foreseeable future. No more Jose Peraza stuff. This kid has really come through. We've groomed him last season. Really came on in the second part of this season in 2019. And, he's hitting for batting average. He's hitting for some power. And he's playing really good defense. And I think Jose Peraza has officially lost the job for 2019 or 2020 and the foreseeable future. So, unable to get anything going here on offense yet again, as Joey Votto is going to ground out as Solarte makes a pretty nice play out there at second base. And here's Suarez going to get a line drive single, but no, he's going to stretch it past first base, sliding into second, because we got to get something going here, guys. Got to get something going here. So we got the big bopper, Scott Schebler, coming up, and he likes that pitch, man. He likes that pitch low. and just not going to do anything with it. So he gets under it a little bit too much and going to pop out. So Maeda, again, is going to shut down this Reds offense. So here's Desclafani, again, working that off-speed type of pitch here, 77-mile-an-hour curve, and we're going to give him a fastball. Now, that is Justin Turner. He's going to strike out. So Desclafani kind of settling in again. So, yet again, we got Kuechel giving up those 2 home runs in the first game and kind of settled in after that. And now we got Desclafani, who gave up that home run and the double, who's now kind of settling in after that. So we're going to replace Desclafani right now because we got 1 down, and we need Tommy Joseph to come through, and he does. He does, guys. So he makes this a 3-2 game, pinch hit, first pitch swinging, and he's going to send that to get that RBI double or RBI single. Don't even remember yet. Totally forgot, but he's going to get 2 runs batted in there. So it's now 3-2 game. We're back in it, but we got Sal Romano coming on in relief, and check this out. This is not what you wanted, guys. We were already down by 3. We came back, and now we're down by 3 yet again. So Cody Bellinger hits a 2-run home run. It's going to be 5-2 now. And, Sal Romano he's only got 5 pitches thrown right now. He's already got another man on first base. He already gave up a 2-run home run. Here's Solarte after 11 pitches made. He's going to strike him out. So thankfully, that's the second out of the inning. But look at this. Votto unable to corral this one. And now I've got runners on second and first. This is not a good situation here, guys. But we do have Kenta Maeda up. And, a pretty interesting call. I probably would have replaced him. Because, he's pitching great and everything, but, as a Dodgers team, you got a really good bullpen. Then again, I guess you could argue that, he's pitching great already and, it's whatever. You've already got a 3-run lead here late. Here's a runner on first again in the next inning, the top of the 7th, and here's Justin Turner going to send a fly ball out there to left or right. Yeah, no, sorry. Man, I'm getting confused. Getting confused, guys. Left center field for a 2-run home run, so now's the time to make a switch. You could argue that you might as well just leave Romano in to finish off the game because 5 runs is almost impossible to come back from, but, this late in the game. But we wanted to get Finnegan some work in because I think that that's important heading into the next 3 games for the next video. We'll probably be needing Brandon Finnegan big time. So Reds unable to start anything with Joey Votto here, so he's been struggling thus far in this game. 7-2 still. We've got Suarez up, bottom of the 8th inning, and he's gonna walk. So this is Kevin Segras now. So Maeda was relieved. We do have a runner on first base here. That is Suarez still, and Schebler is going to get a double that's gonna land at the wall. And so now we got runners here at second and third with 1 down. So fly ball gets the run in, but we're looking for extra bases. Even just a single, we'll take that. But Jeanette not going to be able to get this thing squared up. He's going to send a fly ball to the warning track, but Peterson with that strong arm, I don't think he's going to be able to get Suarez, and he's not going to be able to. So we do get that run. It's going to be 7-3. There are 2 outs. Down 4. It seems like it's pretty impossible here, but look at this. Barnhart gives us life. A 2-run home run. It's going to be 7-5 now. All we need, guys, all we need is a couple more runners on base. Just work Kenley Jansen. Don't be too picky now. Don't be too picky, but don't be too aggressive. And that's exactly what Billy Hamilton just did. So he drew a walk. We've got nobody left on the bench. We already used Charlie Culberson earlier in the game. We've already used Tommy Joseph, who came through. So it's pretty much up to Jose Peraza right here. So we've got Billy Hamilton. We're thinking about trying to steal. That would have been a pretty good pitch to drive, but it being the cut fastball, it's really hard to judge. So I don't blame Peraza for not swinging at that. 0-1 count here. 2 down. Runner on first. We don't want to make an out, though, on the base path with the game on the line. But look at Yasiel Puig racing over to the corner in foul territory. And, guys, Kenta Maeda gets the W. The Dodgers get the W. They're up now 2-1. Our next 3 games, though, we are going to show on Friday. So the Dodgers, they need 2 wins. They need 2 more wins, and they are going to the World Series. And it's not looking good for us right now. We're going to have to get some things figured out with our pitching. Our bullpen has been pretty good, and so is our hitting, but we need to get our offense going a little bit earlier rather than later. I've started noticing that pattern thus far in these first 3 games. So, guys, I'll see you on Friday for game number 4, 5, and 6. Hopefully, there is a game 6. So, I'll see you guys then. As always, peace.